They say if you take the closest 5 people around you and you take their average salary, annual salary, yours is always very similar. It's because you can only place a goal based on what you know. But if suddenly all millionaires, you were surrounded by every single day, you just hang around with millionaires, you will start thinking like them. You will start acting like them. You will start doing the things they do. And suddenly, your mindset, your results will shift too. Everyone take a deep breath in. And out. The reason why I did this is because my dad said a very bold statement back then. He said, Eric, you have no qualifications. What are you going to do? You know, I'm sure our Chinese culture, especially in the Western world, is very similar to your Indian culture as well, in the sense that there's only a few grades you can get in school, right? There's only a few things that determine success. Number one, so you're either a doctor, you're a lawyer, right? You're some accountant or something like that, right? Then you're successful, right? Anything else, you're a failure. So like, for me, I was not academic, so I couldn't be the lawyer, I couldn't be the doctor, right? I don't think I would be saving lives if I was a doctor, you know? So I couldn't do that. And then what Dad used to say to me, he said, look at your cousin Joe. He gets all A stars. And look at you. Your cousin Joe is going to be sitting in an office holding a pen. You're going to be standing in a kitchen holding a wok, cooking. That's all he said. I was a teenager. I didn't know anything. But when I dropped out of college, my first job, I didn't even know because it's in subconscious. I was just attracted to it. I thought I was attracted to it, but I didn't know I was conditioned to be attracted to it. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why today, is it okay that I recondition your mind? Is that okay? Yes. Right? Because the conditioning that you've had so far is limited. Is it okay I recondition? So if I recondition, I open your mind up to more possibilities. Is that okay? Yes. TK? Yes? It's okay. So if that's okay, what I need from you is permission. And that is permission today to brainwash you. Is that okay? Yes. Right? But because there's only one of me and so many of you, and all these different age groups, the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all these age groups in this room, right? You've had so many years of conditioning. I have, 5 hours to recondition your mind? That's my challenge. That's why I need you to help me brainwash you. Is that okay? And that's why I will get you to repeat some of my words or finish some of my sentences, right? And turn to the person next to you, right? And speak, because then you are conditioning each other. Can you help me out? Is that okay? Yes. Okay, take a deep breath in and out. We haven't got much time for this story because today was only a one-day event, okay? I'm going to very quickly go through this. I went from this, then I opened up a bigger restaurant. I took a big loan, and then I started Yo-Yo Noodle, which was a noodle franchise. This is the one you will see franchise India, everything. We grew it in India here. In Mumbai, it was our office. And so we did 52 franchisees in just 2 years. That's $250,000 each. I was only 24. It was a lot. We did a lot. Right. Now, after I did the whole noodle franchise, what happened was, one day I was reading a book by Richard Branson. Right? Repeat after me. There are no accidents in this life. Why I'm saying that to you is because all of you are here for a reason today. And the reason is not the reason you think you're here. It's not. Right? I know some of you came here because you want to manifest your ex back, that's all. It's the most common question I get. You hit me up on Instagram, on Facebook. I want my ex back. I say, why? How do I manifest? A lot of things, and how law of attraction works, right? Everything that has ever been in your mind before, thought, any thought, right, is manifestation. Every thought is manifestation. This is a very important point for all of you to know. Every thought is manifestation. That's why when people hit me up with a question, they say, law of attraction isn't working for me. No. You can't say that. You can't say that. Because law of attraction is working all the time. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you wake up in the morning and you say, Mom, gravity isn't working for me today? You can't say gravity isn't working for you. It's a law. It's a law of attraction. It's not your choice of attraction. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a law. It's fixed. So it's working all the time. How do we know that? Proof is in our reality right now. Repeat after me. Everything starts from thought. There is nothing you can see in this existence, in this reality, right? This light here, did it start from thought? Did someone need to think about putting it there? Yes or no? Right? Carpet, did someone need to think about making it and putting it there? Was there multiple thought processes before it became reality? Yes or no? Right? Everything. If you just look around you very quickly, have a think. Try and find one thing that you can see in this physical reality that didn't start from thought. You will not be able to find. Now let me ask you a question. The manifestation you want, the law of attraction, the thing that you want to manifest, right? Are you wanting to manifest it in your physical reality? Yes or no? Yes. So where does it start? Thought. Same thing. Right? There's no thing you can't find. Even the person next to you, they started from thought. Right? Somebody thought about making them. Behave, okay? Behave. Right? They thought about coming. There's multiple thought processes for this manifestation to happen in this reality. So what does this mean? None of you are here by accident. Even if it was a friend who asked you to come here, it was still not by accident. We talk about coincidences, yet the word coincidence comes from the word coincide. Right? A mathematical term saying two shapes should be together. They fit together. That's coincidence. But let me tell you something. Why is it important that I said, first, you need to empty the cup, empty the container. Because the thing that's inside your container right now is the thing that's going to blur it so you don't actually figure out why you were here. If you empty the mind and you be present with me throughout this day, you will find what you're here for, what the message is, how to take your life, how to excel. Does this make sense? Yes. And I was just present for this moment when I was 24. I was reading a book by Richard Branson. I was a big fan of Richard Branson back then. And in the book, inside, it said this. It said, if you don't know how, right? If you don't know how to do something, say yes and figure out how to do it later. That's the line I read in the book. I read it by accident. It just stuck in my mind. It just said, if you don't know how, just say yes and figure out how to do it later. Right? Give me a yes. Yes. Give me a bigger yes. Yes. Give me a stronger yes. Yes. Right? Because when we force ourselves to say yes, we don't allow doubts and fears to come in. We just need to do it. So I just said, okay, so that's cool. Put the book down. Next day, I was standing in my restaurant and something fascinating happened. A guy, his name was Jim. This was Jim. He came into the restaurant, my restaurant business. I was standing behind the till, behind the cashier. And then he came up to me, he said, are you Chinese? I said, yes. He said, do you by any chance have any contacts in China? I said, with regards to what? And then he said, well, I do rubber and steel recycling. Do you have any contacts in? And I said, yes. Then he said, yes? I said, yeah. And he said, okay, so can you put us in contact, or how would it work? Because I've been looking for them for a while, and I need a reliable source. I said, yes. He said, no, so what do we do? I'm very busy right now, so maybe tomorrow come back, 9 a.m., and we'll chat then. Is that okay? He said, okay, exchange numbers. What happened back then? We didn't use Google, we used Yahoo. So I Yahoo searched contacts in China. And when I found the contacts, the next day, we sat down, we had the meeting. I said, yep, okay, so I spoke to my friend about it, and he's very happy to meet you, so maybe we should do a meeting together. We flew out to China a few weeks later to meet my friend that I found on Yahoo. And you'll never guess what happened. We created this steel business. This was when I was 24, pushing 25. Right? We were the biggest licensed rubber and steel exporters. We did 46,000 tons. I signed a $17 million contract. I was 24, 25. Accident. Accident, I was reading a book. Accident, that quote stuck in my head. Accident, I said, yes, I'll figure out how to do it later. Accident, a guy comes in. Let me tell you something. What if I was to tell you that your manifestations are happening for you every single day, yet you can't even see it?